Hello, art people. Welcome to our new lesson called Hand Sewn Pouch. Here are some reference images for what your pouch might end up looking like depending on what colors you choose and such. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to need is a piece of felt for everybody. That's what this soft sheet is called. It's a type of fabric. So if you're the kitty cat, ask the other people at your table what color they would like. And then you can go get that color for them. And if you need to ask two kids and then get their color, come back, ask the other one and then get your own. That's fine. You don't have to do it all in one trip. So kitty cats, go ahead and get the color felt for your table. All right, very good. And now we are going to need this. This is called embroidery floss. This is the string we're going to use to sew with. And again, you can pick your own color. Just let the kitty cat know what color you want, and the kitty cat will go and get the string. All right, very good. Lastly, we are all going to need a needle, and our puppy dogs will get the needle. So if you're a puppy dog, please come get the needles for your table. All right, great. Now, we are going to go ahead and you're going to take your felt and we're going to fold it like this. And you're going to leave some space up at the top. So notice how I'm not folding it all the way up. I'm leaving some space at the top, folding it like about this much. Doesn't really matter. It's completely up to you, however big you want the flap to be. See how there's a flap on these? It's your choice how much flap you want. Then you just kind of press it down. It's called finger pressing. We're not going to get the irons out. We're just going to finger press. Okay. All right, and now you're going to get some string. So you can take off these little paper ends like that. And you're going to find the end here. And the amount of string we need is the amount that will wrap nicely around your pouch. So that's how we're going to decide how much we need. So just wrap it around, unravel it loosely. Just circle your felt pouch with your string here. Something like that. And that should be the right amount of string. Now, if you're a puppy dog, you can get out the scissors. Okay, and now that we have our scissors, we can go ahead and trim that. There we go. So we've got our extra string and our string. Very good. Okay, so now let's find the end of our string. And now we're going to do what's called threading the needle. These needles are a little hard to pick up. For me, anyway. So if you're having trouble, you can kind of just pull it to the end of the table and then pick it up. Okay. So just go ahead and stick all those little threads that are in the embroidery floss. You can see it's made up of quite a few different little strings. We want to keep all those together and just push it through the eye of the needle. And my little pincher here, the closer it is to the edge, the easier it is to thread. So if I have it like this, that's going to be kind of hard to thread, right? Because it's all loosey-goosey and it's running away from me. But if I pinch it up at the top and then just place the eye of the needle and then kind of just roll it through, see that? It can pull it through. And you need to get all the little strings to go through. Okay, good. Okay, and now on the end of the string here, we're going to tie a knot. So I'll show you how to do this. So make your table match mine. So my needle is over here on my left. I've got about this much extra string here. And this is called the tail. So we're going to take the tail and we're going to wrap it to make a circle like that. So we're making a circle at the tail. And then we can actually just cross it over. So it kind of looks like a fish doodle, doesn't it? Like, okay. Turn this so you can see. Okay, so you can see that the end of the string is on top here, right? So we're going to take the end of the string and we're just going to put it underneath the circle. So I'm taking this and I'm going underneath the circle and back through. I'm putting it through the circle like that. And then you just tug it, and there's your knot. Okay. Now that we have that, you can bring that down there. Now, if you pull it really hard, it will pop out. So it's, you know, you don't want to tug really hard, but that's the knot. All right. All right, let's get to it. So we're going to start at the bottom of our pouch, and I'm going to start on this side because I'm right-handed to show you. So before we actually sew both of the pieces of felt together, we actually just want to go, we're going to hide our knot first. Okay, so we have the knot here. Let's pull it almost all the way through so that the knot is at the end. Okay, there we go. So we've got the knot at the end of the string. We've got this extra little tail. We're not going to yank on it because we don't want to have to unthread our needle and thread it 1,000 times, right? Okay. So now, just through the top layer, so you can kind of open it up a little bit, and through the top layer, you're going to poke a hole, and you want it to be about this far away from the edge. So not super far away, about like that. And then you can go ahead and, sorry, I had a dog here. Pull this through. And as you pull it, you don't want to yank this tail at the front through. So I kind of like to pinch it like this at the needle so it doesn't come unthreaded. Anyway, just pulling this. And then you'll see that the knot is at the end, and you don't want to just yank it through. Let the knot stay on the inside. Then we'll just tuck this little tail in, and we have started. Okay, awesome. Now, let's go ahead and start sewing now that we're all ready. This time we're going to go through both of the fabrics. So just go to the back and poke your needle through. And then when you come back up through the front, try to get it close to that same spot that you were in last time. See that? So I went to the back, and I'm trying to go through almost the exact same spot here. See? All right. Zoom out a bit. All right, and then pull this through. Okay. All the way, and then you might need to help the little loop go here. Now, before you get the loop all the way tucked in, we're doing what's called a blanket stitch. So for a blanket stitch, we actually have to go through the hole before we tighten it all the way down. So this loop here, before you tighten it, take your needle and go through the loop. And then go ahead and pull that. Now you can finish it off by kind of tugging it a little tighter. There we go. So that is our first blanket stitch. So good job. And now we're going to do it again. So go through the back again. It's nice when the stitches are about this far away from each other, and it's nice when they're all the same distance away from each other. So we also like when it lines up here. All right, and then pull that. You might have to, there we go, play with the string a little bit. All right. And again, before the loop is all the way disappeared and snug on the end, we have to do the same thing. So I'm going to go down from the bottom through the loop, and then I can pull that through and tug it. There we go. And that is a blanket stitch. So let's just keep doing that. Okay, so again, go to the back. Try to get it on like the same line, like imaginary line there. Same distance. Okay, poke it through both. Pull through, but not all the way. Okay, go from the bottom up through the loop. Okay, and then you can tighten it like that. All right, let's keep on going. All right, macaroni and cheese. Very good. So now when you get to the end of this here and you start running into the flap, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fasten off instead of going all the way up and around like our reference images here, because I just want to make sure we have enough time to sew both sides together. And if we have extra time, then we can do a pretty stitch on the flap, but it's not really necessary, right? So we're just gonna do the necessary stuff first. Then if we have extra time, we can do decorative stuff. Okay, so when you are done with one of the sides, you are just going to tie a knot. And there's different ways you can do this, but what we'll do is we'll go through this top loop from the bottom here and watch first, and then you can do it. All right, I've got myself a loop now, and I'm just going to go through the loop. Yep, like this, and this should do it. Just tug on that, bring it down. Okay, there we go. And now we have it fastened off. Then to hide the extra string, we can just go through just the top one here. And we can pull that. There we go. And then you can just trim this. And then stuff that all in there. And then I'll go ahead and get you guys started on your next one just in case you forgot how to get it started. We're just going to do the exact same thing we did over here. So we have enough string on here, so we just need to tie our knot. So you can just go to the end of your string and gonna make a circle like this down here, and then cross over like that, and then go underneath the top of the circle and pull it through. Okay, so now we have a knot at the end. And then remember, just when we start it, we just start on the front flap instead of both. You just go through the front like this. Then you can pull it. That way the knot is inside. Just put that string in there. And then we can start going through both. So we can go to the back, and on the first one, we try to go through the same hole that we started with here. There we go. And just like before the loop is all the way tight to the felt, we are going to go from the bottom through the loop and up. Okay. But that's just a reminder on how to get it started. You guys can go ahead and do the rest. It's the same as we did on this side. So just poke through. Try to get it to be somewhat even. Okay, so I have finished my left side now. So to finish it off, I'm just going to go up into the last stitch that I just did, and then go down into the loop here, and then tug it, and I'm trying to get that close to the, there we go. And then we can just poke this through. I had to rethread my needle here. Okay, there we go. And just poke this through to hide it. Okay. And then we can go ahead and trim. There. All right, so there's our pouch. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to put a button on here and a button here, and that way you guys can fasten it with some string with the buttons. All right, so you guys did a great job. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.